They say you, because they've already minted in your mind that you are who they're talking about. If your mind's not minted, then you can see right through that and you know that's not you. Anyway, part of a month that you, the mimic, don't pay the tax the mimic owes by the due date and afterward, up to 25% of the tax shown on the return. You know what I see in this? Baseless threats with no substance, validity, truth, fact, justice, integrity, nothing. So now they put numbers on there because numbers and debts scare people. So this is their fear tactics. And if you never reported anything to them and never represented that fiction and never went in and stood and identified with it, then they have no fucking numbers. They only have the numbers you volunteered to give them. When you don't pay enough, when the mimic doesn't pay enough taxes due for the year with their quarterly estimated tax payments, and the mimic doesn't have enough withholding, we charge a penalty for not properly estimating the mimic's tax. Who the fuck are you charging it to? Nobody, if nobody is there to be the representative of the mimic. Everybody needs to stop identifying and representing the identity. For information about estimated tax requirements, download instructions for Form 2210 or tax withholding and estimated tax, publication 505 from irs.gov, or call us for a copy. They want you to call, especially those of you that live in fear and are easily mongered into the fear state. They want you to pick up that phone and call. Why? Because the agent on the other side will harass you, will fear you into submission. They're doing the same shit, except they're doing it publicly and calling it bureaucracy, calling it something that you're supposed to pay, calling it government entities so that you bow. So they want you to call so that they can bully you into submission. So you bow, you kneel, and you kiss Caesar. You do not have to represent it. You do not have to do anything. You don't have to accept an invite. If someone, any other person, invited you to something that you didn't want to go to, you would flat out say no. The problem is you don't know it's an invitation. And then the other side, other half of you know it's an invitation, but you think that you still need to argue your point that, or use their fraud and fiction to try and prove your points about their fraud and fiction, instead of just disassociating with it entirely, not acknowledging, not giving it energy. And anytime you see taxpayer or any other definition that they have given and defined in their legal system, not talking to you. Start replacing it with the word mimic every time you see you, your, or that definition, and then watch what happens inside of you from doing so.